some rookies, even #1 picks, they come out here and don't take a lot of shots. They let the game come. But you were aggressive from the start. Why is that?
I mean, the coaches, they had a lot of confidence in me. They were telling me they want me to, experiment, try some new things. I was trying to be aggressive. That's new for me too. I would say that might be one of the worst games of my life. But we got the win, so that's what really matters to me. My teammates, Miles, Ryan, Jordan, they held it down. They did what they had to do. So I'm just glad we got the win.
What was the impression of Ryan Nembhard for this?
You said what?
Impression of Ryan Nembhard.
Yeah, Ryan's been in for the last couple of weeks, and he's great. He's a great player. He has such a great feel for the game. So, I love playing with him. It's been a fun couple of weeks.
But for you personally, what are some things you can take away from your first solo game?
Yeah, just gotta find a rhythm. I just couldn't really get into my rhythm. It's a different environment. I think it's obviously very different from college. It's probably very different from what the real NBA is going to be like. So just trying to find a rhythm. Figure it out. It's a new team, new environment. So I'm not necessarily worried, but obviously just not happy with how it went. But at the end of the day, we did get the win. So happy with that. Yeah, I was looking forward to it. Obviously, being able to split some reps with Ryan and share that with him was fun. It's new for me. Like I said, bringing it up. Having that full court pressure. A bunch. Obviously, I'm not in full game shape, so a little tired, but just dealing with that, working through some things. It had some good pressure. They brought a bunch of guys, sent them at the ball, so. It was fun to just experiment, try a couple new things.
Speaking of you watching, I saw you coming in through security and then walking out for warm-ups. Very stone cold face, very just business-like. Did you have jitters? Is that your way of sort of getting out there, getting through? Is just kind of business as usual?
Yeah, I was excited. I was obviously a little nervous. It's a new environment. A lot of new fans and whatnot. So I was a little nervous, a little excited, but just happy to be here. It's a dream come true. So I'm just trying to enjoy the moment.
Talking.
Yeah, I think, it's just a different game, different spacing, different guys, a lot of guys are in different parts of their careers, coming from different angles, different, parts of their life. So it's just trying to mesh that all together, figure out what works and what doesn't, and just trying to find a good lineup, I guess. And, we have a good group of guys, so, they held it down. Miles, Ryan, like I said, they were, really good tonight, and we were able to get the win. So just glad about that. But, yeah, I think that's the biggest difference is just, having a bunch of different guys in different kind of phases of their career and coming at it from a lot of different angles. So, it's definitely just a new environment, new experience.
You talked about the environment as far as playing big college games, obviously, but the amount of people that are in here and the energy, did you feel that? How was that feeling as far as every time you touch the ball, going against Bronny and everything else? You kind of feel
it was fun. It was, high energy, a lot of fans. So everybody showed up and it was really intense energy. But that's what you look forward to. That's why we play. Look forward to those type of moments, these type of games. It's a very similar feeling, being in those college environments, just trying to have fun.
How's that last block lined up?
Yeah, DJ, he's a great player. He loves to get downhill, so another Duke guy. So, being able to block him, late in the game was a big-time play. But
were you expecting the physical, picking up all court and all that?
For sure. That's what a lot of people are going to do. I know that coming in. I feel like I can handle that type of pressure. I don't think I did a terrible job with that. I just shots weren't falling, but that's gonna happen. It's gonna be nice like that. It is somewhat new to me. I haven't probably taken that many shots before, so it's somewhat new. I'm gonna try and figure it out, but new experience. So I'm excited to keep playing, moving forward, and keep experimenting. Yeah, Ryan impacts the game on a really high level on both sides of the ball. Just like you said, picking up 94, getting into their point guard. Rotating, flying around the court, with really high IQ. So, he just plays with such a good feel for the game that it makes it fun to play with.
I asked Jason before the game what he was excited most to see and observe. He was like, "We've seen enough film. I want to see him on the floor." How's the relationship been over the first month in terms of, conversations? How have they gone?
Yeah, it's been, relationship. He's just, put a lot of confidence in me. He wants me to do some different things. He wants me to try new things. Like everybody said, just keep experimenting and, kind of just trying to expand my game. So that's what I'm trying to do, and I just feel a lot of confidence in him and what he wants me to do.
What was it like having a teammates on the court side? What'd you say to him when you knocked down that shot from him?
No, I definitely heard him. It was cool, seeing them there, showing up in support of us. I didn't really say anything. I just kind of looked at them. They were kind of saying stuff during the couple of plays before, so it was just a funny little moment.
Cooper, there was a couple possessions where you and Bronny kind of cleared it out. What was that? Was that fun? What was that like?
Yeah, like I said, it's just a different environment, a different type of basketball, out here in Summer League. So, that's something that, obviously, the teams are going to put I don't know how tall he is, but, a smaller guard like that on me. I got to try and take advantage of, a mismatch and the size advantage. So, it wasn't anything more than that, but it was fun. I felt the energy. It was fun.
From a team perspective, what are some things that we can take from today's game going into the postseason?
Yeah, I think just finding a better rhythm, getting into a better flow. We got a little choppy at times. So I think we'll find a better rhythm. We'll find better actions that we like to get into early and just, get the ball moving around. I think that'll help us out a lot.
Thanks, Coop.
Hey,